Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Finscape. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys three different methods of treating ick in aquarium freshwater fish. Well, the first one I'm going to get into is going to be a more heavier treatment, which is going to include Titan blue and Titan green, otherwise known as methylene blue and malachite green. And the other methods are going to be a little more natural, including aquarium salt, and the other one is with a product called Microbe Lift Herbtana. This is a good alternative for somebody who has a real big tank like mine, a 6-foot tank or a big show aquarium, and they don't want to stain their water, get their substrate stained blue or green, and get their silicone whatnot stained. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the video and teach you guys how to do this. Alright guys, so I'm first gonna get into how I treat ick with methylene blue, and the same can be applied to Titan green. They do use the same doses. With Titan green, however, you're gonna be adding 5 milliliters per 10 gallons. So the thing is with Titan green, every day you're gonna wanna be doing a 25% water change. And with methylene blue, you're not going to be doing those daily water changes. You're just going to be treating once, and then after, I believe, 5 days, you are going to do a partial water change. Whereas with Titan green or malachite green, you're going to be adding a new dose every day while doing water changes every day. Now, keep in mind, guys, you do want to keep your aquarium secluded in terms of you don't want it to be in contact with light, because light can kind of deactivate these two products, methylene blue and malachite green. So if possible, please do keep it in a darker room, keep the lights off, curtains closed. In this video I have the light on just so you guys can see the tank a little bit better, but it's important to keep the lights off. So with all the methods that I'm going to be telling you guys, you do want to add aquarium salt as long as your fish is not sensitive to salt and it's not harmful for your fish. I just use API aquarium salt here. I add 1 measuring teaspoon per 10 gallons of water, and the aquarium salt just kind of helps heal up injuries and prevent bacterial infection. But here I had a fish in my 135-gallon African cichlid tank. He was not doing well. I had noticed he was very skinny, and eventually he got ick. And so right away, I isolated him. I brought him to this quarantine tank. This is a 5-gallon, and I have been treating him for a week with methylene blue. So what I did was this is a 5-gallon, so I added 2.5 milliliters of methylene blue into the aquarium about 4 or 5 days ago, and I've done a water change. And I haven't retreated the tank. I'm just going to monitor him and see how he does. Keep in mind, the methylene blue does stain your aquarium, so just keep that in mind. So same thing with Titan green. I told you guys how to do that. So next up, I'm going to show you more natural methods of treating ick. However, with all of these methods, you're going to want to raise your temperature between, I'd say, 80 and 84, 85 degrees. I don't think you should go any higher than that, but I have mine set. In this aquarium, I have a heater that's preset to 78, so there's not much I can do. It is right around 78 degrees, my tank here, but downstairs, my big tank did get infected with ick, so I bumped the heat up to around 84, 85 degrees. So let's get down and show you guys how to use the different methods to treat it. I also wanted to mention, guys, that with a parasite like ick, when you what you do is when you turn up the temperature, it increases the life cycle of the parasite, and so the ick will fall from your fish's body and it'll land on the substrate. And so what you want to do to combat this is you want to do regular water changes. It doesn't have to be big, large water changes, but what you want to do is you want to gravel vac or vacuum the substrate of your aquarium regularly. It doesn't have to be every day, but maybe every other day or so. Do that so that it doesn't, so that you get rid of the ick from your aquarium. That's going to help a lot in speeding up the process with which you get rid of this horrible parasite. And as well, the reason for using aquarium salt is that it kind of helps. It helps prevent bacterial infections. It helps it also kind of helps kill off the ick. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, guys, so when you want to go a more natural route, you can do I do two things. So one thing you can do is you just raise your temperature above 80 and you add aquarium salt. I add, like I said, 1 teaspoon per 10 gallons, and you can just do that. You can continue doing that with every water change. However much water you take out, you can add more salt in to replace what was lost. But keep in mind that salt doesn't evaporate, so unless you're doing actual water changes, there's no need to be adding more salt to your aquarium after you've initially dosed it. That's the more holistic approach, is just raising the temperature and using salt. This product here, Herptana Microlift, this is a natural expellent for parasites like ick. I personally have found that it has worked for me. This aquarium had ick on a few fish just last week, but within the past 6 or so days that I've been using, or whatever, 4, 5, 6 days that I've been using this product, the ick has pretty much gone away. This guy had it quite excessively, and as you can see, there really isn't. I really don't see any white spots on him. There might be a couple left, but it's getting much better. This redfin borlei here had ick as well, and it's gone from him. So this has proved to be successful for me. And you obviously could just follow the directions here. You add 1 milliliter per 5 gallons. And so I add, for this 135 gallon, I add about, I think, 27 milliliters. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm just going off the top of my head. But I add that every day, and after 10 days, you stop treatment. You're supposed to stop treatment and see how they're doing, but I guess if it doesn't, if it hasn't shown to be effective, you can keep going. But keep in mind that if you find a fish has the later stages of ick, where it's looking like it's very sick, it has a lot of white spots, and it could be on its way out, you might want to consider treating with the more harsh or more heavy treatments like methylene blue and malachite green, because those, although they're going to stain your aquarium, and it's a bit of a nuisance to have your water stained and whatnot, those are gonna be they're more likely going to be faster and more effective at getting rid of ick. But if you notice early stages of ick on a fish or a couple of fish, it is worth a shot to treat with a product like this, a more natural product, or to just go the salt and raise temperature route. Although I do recommend that you use salt and increase your temperature either way, whatever course of treatment you choose to do. So that's all I had to say for this video, guys. I hope I was able to help somebody out there who had this problem. This isn't my first time having ick in my tanks, unfortunately. And luckily, I was able to get it out of this tank. I'm not going to finish treating until the 10 days are up, however. And hopefully the fish I have in the quarantine tank recovers as well. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, comment your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.